Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending wherever you're watching me from. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Talk with Okenwa. Today, I'll be sharing to you information what is happening around the traveling or tourism industry, or for people who wish to travel all around the world, who should travel in Europe. So today, I'm gonna share to you. Today, Germany removes 14 countries from list of high risk area. After removing that, after removing 14 countries from high risk area, and then they added seven another countries. Okay. So today I'm going to share with you. The topic says Germany removes 14 countries from list of high risk areas, adds another seven. Germany has imposed additional entry restriction on travelers coming from Antigua and Barbuda, Armenia, Barbados, Belize, Guyana, Moldova, and Venezuela, including here quarantine requirement. As you can see, due to the high rise of the COVID-19 issues all over the world, so Germany today have removed 14 countries from high risk areas and added another seven countries. So today, starting from Sunday being 19th of September, whoever wants to travel, travelers travelers from Antigua, Barbuda, Armenia, Barbados, Belize, Guyana, Moldova, and Venezuela, if you are coming from these countries, you are going to face street entry restrictions when traveling to Germany. Okay, this country that I have mentioned now, if you are coming from this country, that is, if you are coming from Antigua and Barbados, Armenia, Belize, Barbuda, Moldova, and Venezuela, you are going to face a street entry restrictions when traveling to Germany. When you are coming to Germany, you are going to face a very strict entry when you are traveling to Germany, as the same have been placed in the list of high risk area. Why? Because these countries have been placed by the European Union on a high risk countries where COVID-19 is highly increasing instead of decreasing, is going higher and higher. Because of this reason, the European Union have imposed, and Germany stroke European Union have imposed street entry on these countries that I have mentioned here. Remember, from today being 19th of September, people coming from Antigua, Barbuda, Armenia, Barbados, Belize, Guyana, Moldova, and Venezuela will face a strict entry restrictions when they are coming to Germany, as the same have been placed in the list of high risk area. That is the reason why, because of the increasing of COVID-19 issues in these countries that I have mentioned here. Because of that, these people coming from any nationals of this country that I have mentioned here coming to Germany will face a very thorough checking, a very thorough checking. Lot of entry restrictions are applied to them. Okay, and according to the Robert Koch Institute, which is the German agency for disease prevention and control, these countries have been added to the high risk list due to particularly high incidences for the spread of the SARS-CoV-2, that is coronavirus, in the past days. So this is the reason why this country have been put in a high risk red light, because of the cases of COVID-19 is increasing in this country. So because of that, the European Union have placed a strict restriction entry for people coming from these countries. All the whole passport holders of this country will find it very difficult. There is a very strict restriction of entry towards people of this country because of what is happening in their very country, because the case of coronavirus is increasing day by day in this country that have been mentioned. And and those starting from Sunday, travelers from these countries who are permitted to enter Germany, aside from being obliged to fill out the digital entry form at their websites and to carry the confirmation they have received with them upon entry, will also be subject to be also subject to requirement as vaccination passport, testing and quarantine. The 14 countries that have been removed from the red light zone, that is the high risk countries, when they are arriving starting from Sunday, travelers from those countries who are permitted to enter Germany, aside from being obliged to fill out, they have to go online and fill up the digital entry form at their website when you arrive in Germany, and they carry the confirmation they have received upon them during the entry, will also subject to requirement as a vaccination passport. You need also or you have negative test certificate submitted on the website, your quarantine can be cut off maybe after 5 days of quarantine, and they are still getting negative on their certificate result, on their results. So your installation will be ended, then you'll be allowed to walk around the country. For those who provide proof of recovery or vaccination immediately upon arrival, the same won't have to quarantine. If you are someone, you are staying on a high risk area, or you have suffered from COVID, but you have your but you have the proof of recovery or vaccination immediately upon arrival, you will not need to go on quarantine. However, those who choose testing against COVID-19 as a way to end quarantine prematurely cannot do so before 50 day of installation. You see, those who choose testing against COVID-19 as a way to end quarantine prematurely cannot do so before the 50 day of installation. Okay, so if you don't have any, if you have never taken the COVID, if you have never taken COVID vaccine, but you are taking a vaccine against COVID, when you reach there, you will also need to go on installation for 10 days, and you can never end your installation. You will complete the 10 days because you have never take the vaccine, you just take a PCR test. Okay, you need to take the COVID-19 vaccine to end your installation prematurely. Maybe after 5 days they are getting negative result. But if you have not taken the COVID vaccine injection, you just take a test against COVID to test negative, but you have not taken vaccine. Upon your arrival, you go on installation for 10 days, and that 10 days you must complete the 10 days. Your installation will never be prematurely ended. That is what he's talking about. Now I am going to call out the names of the countries, the 14 countries that the German government have removed from high risk area. Okay, so if you have not taken your vaccine, remember, if you have not taken your COVID vaccine and only you have taken a PCR test to show that you don't have COVID-19, when you reach in Germany, you will go for quarantine, you will go for isolation for 10 days. You must complete the 10 days. That 10 days will never be prematurely ended. But if you are someone, you have taken the vaccine of COVID-19, when you reach in Germany, you will also undergo a installation, but installation will be 5 days. It may be ended prematurely. So this is what the German government have, the way they have made the rules right now to be, starting from today being 19th of September. In whichever country you are arriving from, these are the things now as things stands in German immigration and airports. So now I'm going to mention the 14 countries that the German country have removed from high risk areas. So I'm going to updating the list of countries based on COVID-19 spread in their territory. The RUKI has also noted that the following countries are no longer part of the list. So they have updated the list of the countries that are no more on the high risk area. So now I am going to mention the countries that have been removed from the high risk areas. There are 14 countries that the German government or Germany immigration have removed from the high risk area, meaning these people are free to come to Germany. Okay, there is no strict entry for them. Cool. Number one is Bangladesh. If you are from Bangladesh, all the whole Bangladesh nationals are free to come to Germany. Number two, Botswana. All the Botswana nationals are allowed to come to Germany. Number three, Brazil. All the Brazilian nationals are allowed to come to Germany. Cyprus. All the Cyprus nationals are allowed to come to Germany. Eswatini. All the nationals of Eswatini are allowed to come to Germany. India. All the whole Indian nationals are now allowed to come to Germany. India has been removed from the high risk area from Germany. Ireland, the west region of Ireland, are all the whole island are allowed to come to Germany. Lesotho, all the Lesotho nationals are allowed to come to Germany. Malawi, all the Malawian nationals are allowed to come to Germany. Nepal, all the Nepal nationals are also allowed to come to Germany. Portugal, the Algarve region, all the Algarve region of Portugal are also allowed to come to Germany. South Africa, all the South African nationals are also allowed to come to Germany. Zambia, all the Zambian nationals are also allowed to come to Germany. Zimbabwe, all the Zimbabwean nationals are also allowed to come to Germany. So friends, these are the 14 countries that the German embassy or the German government have allowed. They have removed them from the high risk area. So this country now, there is no restriction anymore for these 14 countries that I have mentioned. Anytime they want to come to Germany, they have been removed from the high risk area. Now I am going to call for you the 7 countries that have been added on the high risk areas. So if you are coming from these 7 countries that is on the high risk area, you are going to find it very difficult, lots of these restrictions to enter into Germany. So now I'm going to mention the country. Number 1 is Antigua. Any person, any national of Antigua you will find it very difficult starting from this September to come to Germany. Number 2, Barbuda. Any national of Barbuda will find it very difficult to come to Germany starting from this September. Armenia. All the whole Armenian nationals will find it difficult to come to Germany from this September. Another one is, number 4 is Barbados. All the whole Barbados nationals from this September will find it very difficult to come to Germany. Belize. All the whole nationals of Belize will find it very difficult to come to Germany. Number 5, Guyana. All the whole Guyanian nationals will find it very difficult starting from this September to visit Germany. Number 6, Moldova. All the whole Moldova nationals from this September, they will find it very difficult to come to Germany. And the last one is Venezuela. Any person, all the whole passport holders of Venezuela will find it difficult starting from this month of September to come to Germany. Why? Because of the increase of COVID-19 in their country. So this is why, because of the COVID-19 is arising day by day in these countries. So that is why the Germany government have imposed strict restrictions upon these 7 countries. So for now, starting from this September, all the whole nationals of these countries that I have mentioned, there are 7 countries right now that I have mentioned. I will repeat it again. People from Antigua, Barbuda, Armenia, Barbados, Belize, Guyana, Moldova, and Venezuela. From this September, you will find it the peoples of this country will find it very difficult. There is a lot of strict restrictions given to people coming from this country to Germany. So thank you today for watching this my YouTube video. Remember, if you have any question after watching video, drop your question down below on the comment section box and I will reply to you. Don't forget also to subscribe to my channel after watching this video. That will notify you anytime I upload my videos. Okay, after watching this video and you like it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching my video. See you next on my next video. I love you all. Thank you all. Bye bye.